Hello, champ. What's going on? Great to see you. We're going to have some fun with Shaq.
Oh, look, that's I've been going to all the matches, and that's all that people want to talk about. Footy and Shaq, and Footy's a great bloke too. He's got a great sense of humour. People don't realise he loves playing pranks at the club, and he's a great bloke, Footy. He's not angry. People should relax. He's not angry. He's okay with it.
Shaq's doing it so well. It's a great character that he's developed. A bit like Bo's developed quite a few of his characters. Is Shaq sort of write his own material? Are you helping him out a bit there?
Look, he's a very funny man naturally. Yeah. He's a great performer. He's got great comic timing. And with Bro Ryan, Bro's got good comic timing also.
I'm serious now. Obviously, Shaq's taken over.
I was going to say, how do you think Shaq's going? Bo?
How do I think he's going?
How do you think Shaq's
average?
Yeah.
You know, he's got one character, you know, Potomatus or whatever. It's getting a bit old.
He's got more than one. He's got other characters. He's got a Vietnamese character also. So that's coming next year. He does a bit of, oh, very lucky I get to sector, you know. There's got a bit of that coming up next year.
Yeah, I've got one coming up too. DJ's back next week anyway.
DJ back next week.
DJ's back.
For our grand final
he's
show.
He's angry.
Is he?
Yeah, so he's funny when he's angry.
Well, George, you're a very well-known comedian yourself, and you've had a look at our vault.
Look, Fatty, this is an honour. Of course, the Footy show gave me my first break on television. A young comedian from growing up in the western suburbs of Sydney, Bankstown, of all places. Don't clap Bankstown, it's embarrassing. In fact, you know, I'm successful now. I've actually moved out of Bankstown. I live in Punchbowl now. If the gigs keep coming, Fatty, if they keep coming, I'm going to eventually go to Lakemba and make my way to the beaches. But of course, over the years, there's been many comedians. The Footy show has been magnificent for giving comedians and performers a go. The most famous being Carl Barron, of course. Carl Barron, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go to the vault, and you may even recognise this first bloke coming up now. I hate bad drivers, you know. Someone said, like, a pedestrian gets hit every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, a pedestrian gets hit. Who is this idiot? Let's get Canterbury, West, Penrith and Parramatta, combine them into one team called the Westies. You know what I mean? Look, think about it. The Westies, it'd be a good concept. The Westies, they can play like in checkered flannel shirts. Yeah, why not? The cheergirls will all wear beanies and Ugg boots. Yeah. The salary cap won't be a problem. The whole team's on a dole.
We fought for the English in every single war. We went to battle for the English. This is what Anzac Day's all about. You know, my great-grandfather died in Gallipoli. Yeah, admittedly, he was fighting for the Turks, but that's not the point.
No, but just pick your worst suburb, and that's, like, where I come from. There's a weekly comedy gig out there, and, like, it's not like this. The audience is not attentive at all. Like, they actually yell out encouragement. Like, while you're on stage, and I was there just last week, and, like, there was a woman down the front. I hadn't even been on stage 5 minutes, and she's like, oh, my God, you are terrible. I can't believe you think you can do this for a living. Why don't you give up? And I said, Mum, would you go home?
I've got this band that I really like that I really hate. There's a band called Creed. They're the funniest band I've ever heard. Have you heard of them? Creed. Now I just heard the news today. My friends don't know anything I say 'cause my mouth's not open. Thanks, guys.
There's an old guy called Jack who lives down the road from me, and the poor guy's got dementia. Recently sent me a postcard which read, "Wish I was here." I once had an after-dinner mint after breakfast and it threw me out for weeks.
No, Arnie, if you're going to be governor, you're going to have to get it right. California. California. Like when he tries to say forget about it in the movies. Forget about it. Forget about it. It'd be great to see him be president, though. He won't need a team of bodyguards jogging around Central Park like the usual presidents do. No one's going to try and assassinate President Arnie. If they do, he'll be like, get down, I'll do it myself.
Bats in America, we got little bats like that. And you guys got big giant bats. And I'm like, whoa, look at those bats. And my friends are like, oh, those are just fruit bats. I'm like, I don't care if they're gay, they are annoying.
Some words sound rude, but they're not, like bushes. Where you going? In the bushes. or like another one is Vaseline. You try saying Vaso without sounding really decrepit. What do you got there? Oh, is that some Vaso? Where'd you find that? Oh, in the bushes. You weren't allowed to swear in my family because Dad used to smack you. And before he used to smack me, he used to test my eyesight. You say, Carl, you see that? He always wanted to be included whatever me and my brother were doing. I'd say, Dad, me and Troy are going to the beach. And he'd say, Troy and I are going to the beach. All right, then you two go. Am I the only one who does this? Like, you know when you've got a family block of dairy milk and you're trying to break off one row? And inside your head you're thinking, I hope two break off. You end up breaking half the block off. I've got to eat it now. You can't pick up food with your fingers anymore. You've got to use those tongs. You know, they don't close properly. And they close like this. You've been asked this at the airport. She went, do you have anything sharp on your person? I said, on my what? On your person. I said, I haven't got one. On the person. She said, are you trying to be a smart ass? I said, I'm making no effort at all. When I flew back from Melbourne a few weeks ago, it was actually about a year ago, but I always say a few weeks. The air hostess walked past me and she went, would you care for an orange juice? And I said, if it needed me. The Aussie language is a naturally smart-ass language, I reckon. Like, you ask someone how they are in Australia, they don't tell you how they are, they tell you what they're not. And you've got to guess the rest. Hey, mate, how you going? Oh, not bad. What have you been doing? Oh, not much. Where is this place? Oh, it's not far. Well, when are we going? Oh, not long now. How much was that? It wasn't cheap.